Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Citizen Sleeper. In the last episode, we unlocked the ability to make some money by selling our data here down in, well, the low end. We also had a request from our friend Feng to work for the Minji Express. So I think that might be what we end up doing today. But let's start off here by resting in our container. At some point, we might actually get a better house. Can you imagine that? That would be nice. Oof, what a terrible roll. 2, 2, 3, and a 4. I'll hold on to it for now, because I can use those 2s to extract data. Right, our friend at the compressor club is going to be asking for his money tomorrow, so that's not going to be very fun. I really hope that doesn't get it more expensive the longer we leave it. Right, so who are you? You're still not coming back. We're waiting for these merchants to come back so we can buy the another hive mind. The Rotunda Wet Dog, the salvages aren't here. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to jump straight in and work in the Minji Express. Risky, hey? We don't have any bonuses. 25% chance for a negative outcome. Let's see what happens. Ah. A shortcut across the bridgeway means 3 happy customers and 3 big tips. You start to understand the makeshift unit markings. Okay, so I don't really want to try my luck with the 3. I could re-roll just these. This is something I was thinking about. I get a re-roll a day. But what I could try and do is go hacking. Are there any Heaven Edge agents? They tend to require a 2. They do indeed. Let's go and get ourselves some data. Okay, so we gained 2 data there. Or another one? There's usually 2 Heaven Edge. That's where I find out there's only a limited number. There's a Yataghan, Yatagans, a couple of Yatagans. They required a 1. Okay, so now what I'm thinking is I can re-roll these 2. There we go, we got a 5 and a 4. Let's carry on with the Minji. Let's use our 5. Okay, 2 more to Fang's target, plus 9 cryo. Somehow you find all the units you are supposed to be delivering to, but not without cutting back on yourself multiple times. That sounds like me in real life. I have a terrible sense of direction. Okay, let's try with the 4. Hopefully we get lucky. Hey, we did. We got some cryo. And we got 2. We need 2 more. Let's go grab something to eat with Emphis. We still haven't managed to find any mushrooms. I think we have to go through the that other area. Wonderful. Where was Hunter? That's something I was thinking about the other day. We don't actually have an option, do we? Is it in the spoke? Would it be in the spoke? Dangerous place, the spoke. I don't know how I feel about it. Scaling the spoke seems like the best way of doing it, but let's focus on doing the Minji stuff for now, and hope for the best. Right, tomorrow we're going to have to pay the compressor club man, the bounty hunter, whose name has escaped my brain. Let's end the cycle. Oh wow, a 6 and a 5, huh? That should be more than enough for what we need. Ah, the scrap trader's here. Let's spend some money on some scrap and see what we get. And we got random scrap item. Okay, let's try again. We got a random scrap item again. Let's try again. Ah ha 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 ha. We got ourselves a ship mine fragment. Lovely. So that is a way, but we can only do it 3 times. So we've maxed our allowance. So that's the end of that. We have to wait for these guys to come and spend 120 to get through there. Ethan. Oh no, he wants to have a chat. Let's go speak to him. The compressor is quiet today. The usual crowds are elsewhere, and the pumping music washes over a handful of spacers and a few drunks. Ethan is still in the same stool, in the same pool of light. His head is low, close to the bar, and the bartender is ignoring him. Well, let's approach him. As you get closer, he lifts his head and turns. Sleeper! He looks at you. Time to pay up again, is it? He gestures to the bartender. Come here. Take their chits. I'm just going to stay silent. The bartender ignores Ethan. It seems they've cut him off. Hey! He slams a hand on the bar. Come, take the chits! The bartender ignores him. Ethan lets out a huge sigh, rubbing his eyes with his palms. He reaches towards his holster. His elbow slips and the gun tumbles out. It clatters onto the bar and falls to the floor, bouncing onto the ground between you. Both you and the bartender look at the gun, stare at it. Butterfingers, says Ethan, and puts out a hand, beckoning for you to give him the gun back. If you would. I mean... The bartender looks at you warily. You crouch down and pick up the gun. I can either point the gun at Ethan, or I can hand it back. I have a funny feeling that we're in a period of time where that gun won't fire unless it's in his hand. So I'm just going to hand him the gun back. You slap the handle of the gun back in Ethan's hand. Thank you, he hisses. Now, where was I? He lazily swings the gun past you and the bartender. Yes. Leaving. He stands. Sleeper, well, this has been fun. I think I've wrung every last drop out of this place. Time to go home. He waggles the gun towards the door. Let's go see S&R. No, I'm staying here. Ethan brings his gun hand to his face and rubs his eye. Well, he says, the bounty pays half, but... He levels the gun. Up to you. And he pulls the trigger. The gun clicks. By now, all the attention in the bar is on you and Ethan, who looks at his gun with a bemused expression. The bartender raises an open hand, and in it there are 10 shiny bullets. 10 shiny bullets he took out of Ethan's gun while he was asleep on the bar. Ethan smiles at him. Oh well, he says, and hits you in the head with the butt of his gun. Ow! You stagger back and drop to a knee. Somewhere nearby, the gun clatters onto the surface. The hit's a glancing blow, but it makes your vision swim. Through the blur, you see Ethan wrestle a small, thin slate from his belt and hold it up. Enough of this. I'm logging the job and calling it in. Ethan taps the slate. No more playing. Your head aches. Ethan taps through a few screens impatiently. He swears and taps again. He starts shouting, a dull echo to your ringing ears. He starts screaming at the slate and throws it across the bar. He crouches down and grabs you by the chin, his face close, his breath heavy with drink. S&R just screwed me. He grins maniacally. They cancelled the contract. He stands up. They cancelled the contract. He shouts at the ceiling of the compressor. You stand up, struggling to your feet. The sting of the hit fading. Ethan is rubbing his temples, his face pale. You hear a clicking sound, like coins being counted, like bullets being loaded into a magazine. When you shake off the last of the blur, the bartender has Ethan's pistol trained on Ethan's head. Ethan stumbles back towards the middle of the room, all eyes trained on him. "I'll kill all of you," he screams. He stumbles into the wall, spinning away towards the door. "I'll be back for that," he shouts at the bartender and lunges out of the compressor. You steady yourself on the bar and catch your breath. The rumble of conversation returns. The bartender goes to say something, but then thinks better of it and begins to clean the bar. After a while, you wander out into the light of the bright market, looking for Ethan around every corner. So they screwed Ethan? Why did they lift the contract? That's strange. So there is a counter here again, Ethan's vendetta. Ethan may be disarmed, but you doubt you've seen the last of him. That's quite a long cycle clock. I'm not going to be worried about that one for a while. We still don't have any condition boosting stuff, but we have the money, so I'm not too scared. We could sell our scrap components at the market. Maybe make some money there. But let's carry on with the Minji Express here. Let's use our... Do we want to use our 6? We'll use our 4, I think, actually. There's a chance of failing. Let's use our 5. Let's guarantee it through. Somehow you find all the units you're supposed to be delivering to, but not without cutting back on yourself several times. God damn it. Alright, let's try a 4. Perfect. Sleeper! You see Feng coming up the corridor as you step out of Minji's, the kelp noodle smell still clinging to your clothes. He comes up fast and stops close, looking around suspiciously. "I don't have long. Take these." Feng palms you a couple of those metal, thumbnail-sized drives. Ripperworms. My slate's been buzzy like crazy. It seems your delivery shifts have turned up our 2 targets. He squeezes your shoulder. I knew you could do it. Now we nail those snakes. What do we do? Hardin's boys are all connected by some kind of closed network. You break the access protocols on both of them, you should be able to gain the location of the nearest network ports. Slot the Ripperworms in those ports, 1 each, and they'll feed me anything and everything stored on Hardin's shadow network. He smiles. Can't wait to see what juicy plans they have in there. You hear the scuff of boots as a group comes up the corridor, likely on their way to place an order with Minji. You turn for a second. When you look back, Feng is already halfway down the corridor in the opposite direction. He raises a hand in farewell and is gone. You run your fingers over the tiny Ripperworm drives in your pocket and smile to yourself as you wonder how mad Jenna will be at Feng for this little excursion. Time to slot some worms. Okay, where do they want these worms? Let's track it as a that might make it easier, huh? I don't see anywhere here. Where do these worms go? Could it be an area I haven't been to? Oh well, we have them, I suppose. Oh yeah. The real question is, where do they go? Alright, shall we try our luck in the free spoke? Let's scale the outside. Let's use our 6. Blistered with the precarious elevators and stairways, the spoke can be navigated from the outside, but the climb requires bravery. Do I? You know what, let's do the other one. Let's do enter the spoke, because with a 6, even with danger, it won't be too bad. Then again, minus energy is better than minus condition. A tangled network of surface passages and makeshift tunnels cut through the spoke as if it were a hive. There are no maps here. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we lose condition. Oh, we didn't. I'm guessing so losing condition is the failure rate. Somehow, deep in the spoke, you come across a thoroughfare lit by work lamps, where groups pass back and forth with ease. Wonderful. Right, so that leaves me with a 3. What am I going to do with that? Anyone to hack? There's another Yatagan agent. A Heaven Edge agent? Will a 3 work here? I will. Sure, why not? Easy money. Let's go sell some of these. I'm really hoping there isn't an upward limit. Oh, the midline freight hub. That's a new place. Let me just go sell some of these at the Tambo Tea House. Data? Heaven Edge? Oh wow, the Tabler room. Look at that, we can get 24 cryo if we're really lucky. I'm gonna sell 4 of these, I think. Nice bit of 40 cryo. That'll pay for lunch at least, because we do need to eat. Go speak to Emphis. We're doing quite well when it comes to money. How can something come and ruin our day? I suppose Ethan could come and shoot us. That would be deeply upsetting. Let's go have a look at this midline freight hub. Spoke Transit Center. I can steal a shipment. With so many shipments, what's one diverted package? You would have no idea what you're stealing. But that's part of the fun, right? Yeah, it's like getting a mystery box. Stealing shipments from midline is going to be picked up fast, even if you are careful. Their systems can't be fooled for long. Or we can become a freight operator. Midline runs automated freight down from the free spoke. They need skilled operators, and you don't have to lift a single crate. Well, that's good for us because we have the extra interfacing skill. But I do think we should carry on trying to climb the spoke, see if we can get to the top. But we're out of dice. Let's rest. Tomorrow there should be some merchants. We're down to 3 dice, but we do have 2 6s. Good lord. 2 6s, you say? Right, here's the merchant freighter. Do you sell ship mines? You do. Right, I'm just going to buy these. Because I can afford it. Okay. And now we can actually build it. The old fabricator? 3 ship mine fragments? It is indeed. The fabricator whirs and crackles as it assembles the ship mine. It opens to reveal a completed but heavily dented unit. Right, should I carry on my climb or should I go speak to our friend here? Let's speak to our friend. Let's deliver the ship mined core. And Kita gave you a stack of chits so you could acquire a ship mine for Amber. Better make sure to deliver. Let's tell her about the bounty hunter that's following us around. You drop the huge cylinder onto the mess room table, and Kita can't hide her excitement. Yeah, she got that ship mine for a steal. 2 parts of it cost me 120, plus the 3 random rolls of junk, that was another 60. He's getting a great deal here. Aha, we got another upgrade point. Kinda good. Small part of me wants to get self-repair, but I'd have to get, like, so many points into engineer. I'm not sure it's worth it. Let's just keep holding on to the points for now. Right, Ankita. You drop the ship-mind core onto the galley table with an emphatic bang. Ankita spins around from where she's been poring over some documents on her slate. Holy shit, Sleeper! Did you actually land a ship mine? He rushes over and hefts the huge cylinder, turning it back and forth. Well, shit, it might actually work. He smiles, wider than you've ever seen. Where did you get it? I built it. Built it? Well, you are full of surprises. Ankita bangs on the galley wall. Hear that, Amber? The Sleeper's got your new ship mine. The sound echoes down the ship's passages. You have to admit, being in a small space with Ankita when she's this excited is a little intimidating. Ankita puts the ship mine back on the table. I'll start the process of fitting it as soon as I can. I might need your help with some of it. She heads back toward the counter to grab her slate. This isn't the only good news today either. Looks like my good karma is finally coming in. She throws the slate on the table and spins it so you can see the screen. Take a look at this. You see a list of names and numbers. Nothing that exciting. Along with what looks like a transit timetable. I found them. You found who? My crew. She points at a name on the list, or more specifically, Ashton Cade. It was his pass that was used to access the amber and slice the ship. I thought he might have been killed or robbed, his pass stolen, but it turns out he crossed the Founder's Gap the very next cycle. The Founder's Gap? That big rift in the station. You can't cross it without the Founder's Ferry. She leans back in her seat. I know some of the crew over at the ferry. Old Mercs used to run in an outfit I work with. I saw them in the Overlook and they mentioned they saw Ashton crossing. I checked the manifests, and there he was. Looks suspicious. He hadn't said a word since the theft, and anyone wanting to hide out might head to the Greenway and go to ground. He flexes. You won't get far though. There's no real docks out there, only a couple of jetties in the wastes. So what now? Now I've fixed the ship mine. That's the first priority. He pauses. But maybe you could help me out. Sure, how? It's like this. I head over there, especially in amber. He'll spot me a mile off and go underground. He'll find a way to slip the station, or he'll bury himself so deep in the wastes no one will ever find him. But you, Ashton doesn't know you. All I need is for you to go there and sniff around. Not of the commune, not of the stacks. You look onto the edges, the margins, the wild spaces. That's what Ashton likes. You see him, you locate him, ping me on this. He hands you a comm earpiece. Seeing as this is merc work, I'll be happy to give you merc pay. She shifts in her seat. Thing is, I haven't got much left. So how about I tell the boys who run the ferry to give you a discount? I know it's not much, but once I grab this coward, I'll pay up. 200 cryo, nothing less. Sure. What do you say? She meets your eye. Of course. He gives you a heavy whack on the shoulder. Good. I owe you. She lifts the ship mind up onto her shoulder with worrying ease. I'm going to get this fitted in the Amber's core. You get any info, any sense of where Ashton is hiding, let me know. She goes to turn and then stops. And once again, Sleeper, thank you. I appreciate it. Ankita stomps off into the guts of Amber with the ship mind, leaving you in the galley. You glance around, a sudden nervous energy descending at what is to come. You never thought you'd get work as a mercenary, but then again, it seems the eye is full of surprises. We got a new drive. Find Ashton. He's across the gap, and the gap is all the way up here, so that's something that we're going to have to worry about in the next episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel. It really does mean the world to me. And as always, we'll see you next time.